Alright, so Penguin episode 6. Slight spoiler warning just in case you haven't seen the episode yet. But this is another good episode in terms of moving the plot forward from both Oz and Sophia's perspective. So we start off with Oz and his underground business is booming. The money's rolling and he's booming too. And they successfully restock their Bliss drug supply and they have distros and corner boys and everything. He has a whole Penguin Cave little operation thingy going on. So that's good for him. He's very successful right now, even though they're still in Crown Point. And they're just on top of the world right now, or at least that's what it feels like for now. And then next, from Sophia's point of view, I just want to address something really quick. The guy, Dr. Rush, Julian Rush, he's officially a op now. He gotta go. He's Gotham's most wanted. He's worse than the Joker, worse than Scarecrow. He's worse than James Gordon Jr. for you comic book fans out there. He's worse than all of them combined because he's been hanging out with Sophia a little too much. And you might see where I'm going with this. As soon as we see them for the first time in this episode, let's just say they're getting familiar with each other. They're a little too comfortable with each other. And he's just the luckiest guy on earth right now. Like, look at this man. He's smiling. He enjoying himself right now.
It should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
Anyway, the rest of the episode is just basically from Oz's point of view on how he's gonna move up on things, because even though he is at Crown Point and he has a successful thing going on with the Bliss mushroom drug underground, his living condition is still terrible because he has no gas, no electricity, or power or whatever, and his mom is still living with him. And he sets off in a mission he makes for himself to just restore the power to Crown Point. And I like how they written this here, because Oswald is a villain throughout the show, obviously, but this act that he's doing for Crown Point makes him look like a hero, because this is kind of a heroic act, because he gets the power back on eventually, and he does this and it affects everybody. So now that whole neighborhood has power, because before the power and all the resources was just going to the rich people's neighborhood. So now that he's confronted to higher ups, he got the power back for Crown Point. But the thing is, he didn't do it for the people of Crown Point. He only did it for himself. And he did it for himself because he didn't want his mother to die, of course, which is understandable from any man's point of view. But that just further shows how much of a villain Oz really is. He's just here for himself. He's not really a hero like the episode tried to depict him just now. Because remember, he's the reason that Sophia is the way she is. He betrays everybody he meets, every deal, and he always talks his way out of a sticky situation where he should have died a couple episodes ago. And now from Sophia's point of view, her and Sal come up with a plan to kind of take over or take someone hostage that Oz cares about. But to their surprise, Oz doesn't really care about anybody else besides his mother. But Sophia thinks she's dead. So I actually had thought that Sophia was going to tell Sal to look in Crown Point, but I was wrong. Oz's plans work. They never thought to look there. Now, they do have a patrol going around there, but they always say that Oz's dealers are just disappearing, and that's because they're going through the underground tunnel, which leads to their underground Penguin Cave, but the people that's working for Sophia and Sal can't see that they're going in there. So from their point of view, it's just looking like they're disappearing out of thin air, like Batman does. But things are also moving forward for Sophia too, because she finally does find someone that Oz kind of cares about, and that's one of his little girlfriends that he pays for pleasure. And I like their scene together when she finally confronts her, because they have a really big heart-to-heart and they're understanding each other. They both have been betrayed by Oz and used by Oz. It's just that one girl got lucky and had a somewhat of an okay life, while the other girl had to suffer through Arkham for 10 years. So Sophia can finally have a conversation with someone in the show now, where she finally has someone she relates to. And I really like that, because that really humanizes her, and it shows that Sophia isn't just a mindless mafia daughter girl. She actually is a human who has a code, basically. So now Sophia knows exactly where to find Oz, and the episode ends in this amazing cliffhanger that you don't see coming, because everything seems so happy, especially after Oz's big mission of getting the power back on for Crown Point. And I'm not gonna say too much, but I will say I'm getting Under the Red Hood vibes after that ending. It's a weapon in the scene that has been held by the Clown Prince of Crime. So I'll leave it at that. But other than that, great episode. Definitely giving it another 10 out of 10. They just cook every week. They don't miss. I love how both Oz and Sophia are moving up higher up in the world of being a boss or kingpin of Gotham. And they're both really coming after each other, and I feel like this is coming to the end of their little cat and mouse game, and Sophia definitely has the advantage for now. So I'm not sure how Oz could talk his way out of this one. Oz has his own advantage because he finally manages to reunite everyone in the end by talking about how they all come from nothing and how the rich don't know their names, but Oz knows who they are. So let's use our numbers and forces to get our names recognized and have one big group. So yeah, just amazing episode. Highly recommend you go check it out if you haven't yet. And that's all I have to say about this episode. I really loved it. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you could get notified when I make new content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.